Today we're going to continue to work in our classes, but I'm going to talk about something regarding our fields in our classes. So we're going to talk about properties. Properties are something that works on fields. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. So here's our setup. We've got our program. We've created 3 classes so far: our player, our model, and our view. And with our classes, we have fields in them. So here we have a private random, which is great. That's only accessible to the player. We have a Boolean is computer opponent, score, chosen weapon, and name. Those are the fields we have on player. On model, we have a live player, computer player, constants basically, and we have a draw score. And then we have some private players, which that's fine. All right. And then on our view, we just have our model. So what we're going to do is we're going to create some properties. And what properties do is they're basically fields, but they allow you to control how other classes can access those fields. So for example, let's say somebody came in here and they're like, you know what, I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to give myself a whole bunch of points. So we'll get player model dot live player score equals 1000. So now if we play, and let's say we do rock, let's play again. I just gave myself 1000 points. In fact, what it's doing is every iteration is just setting my score to 1000 each time. So let's stop that. So the way that we stop that is we go in here to score, and to create a property, you just take a field like this and you add curly brackets at the end. And what we can do then is we can then we can do a getter, and then again in curly brackets here, we will then return a private variable, which we'll create here in a second. Score. And so we'll call it private int underscore score. And then in here, whenever we change score, we always change the private variable. This way, score is the only thing that will update it. Now, we can also do a setter, but we don't want to in this situation. But let me just show you what it looks like. For a setter, what you do is you would then set your score to value. Now, value is a special variable that is part of the language, and what it does is it's bringing in the value to you so you can assign it. So this is special to the setter. So, but we don't want this. Now, if we go back here, and if we build it, you'll see that we get an error. It says property or indexer player.score cannot be assigned to. It's read-only. And that's because now we've restricted access to it by only giving it a getter. This is very powerful. And it's great because it represents the intention of what you want your class to do. It prevents bugs and errors in the future because you're making it very explicit how these things are to be used by other classes. So again, think about the responsibility of the class and the contract that the class has. And the contract is basically, you can look at it as what it allows you to do. So these are the things you want to think about when you're creating a class. So, let's do the same thing here. Now, chosen weapon, see, choose weapon is done here. We're never assigning chosen weapon, so let's do the same thing. Public weapon, private weapon underscore chosen weapon. And then we'll do the getter return chosen weapon. And then we just need to update to use our internal private chosen weapon here. Let's go ahead and build it, see if we have any errors. Nope. Let's go ahead and run it. All right. Yes, I win. I love that. I don't love that. All right. Great. So we got score, chosen weapon, and then name. Name is assigned to excuse me. Name is assigned to when the thing starts. So all we just need to do the same thing. We're just going to create a getter. Return underscore name. And then private string underscore name. There. All right. So there, we've covered all those fields. Those are good. Wait, is computer opponent? Again, same situation. So let's do that one. Public bool. And then we'll just change where that is accessed right here. Great. There. Now we basically protected all of our fields so that, you know, they get assigned where they're supposed to get assigned. And they're not getting assigned somewhere else in the program, potentially creating an error or an issue for us. Now the model. Live player and computer player, anybody can change these because they're public. So let's add a access modifier to make it read only. And then draw score, let's do the same thing. Because draw score is updated here, let's create a private int draw score. And then get return draw score. And then we just need to update these right here. There. Let's compile that, make sure there's no errors. Good. All right, and then the last place is the model. Now, you see here in the view.model equals model. The model could get changed at any time. So let's actually create a function, public void set model RPS model, and then we'll do this dot model equals model, and then here we can just make this private there, because nobody else should be accessing that model. So now you see we get an error here, so we just have to change this to set model and then pass in the model, and then we're good. All right. Great. Those are all updated now. So now we shouldn't run into any issues. And that's basically what properties are. Properties give you a lot of power, because one thing you can do is, for example, when, let's say here, if when this name comes in, or let's say when you have a setter, we don't have any setters in here, but let's just say we have a setter, okay? And the name comes in, we can do if value dot equals Chuck. Perhaps you don't like playing with Chuck. Perhaps Chuck's a poor loser or something. And so you can basically check your data that's coming in before it's set, and that gives you some really neat functionality. So it just gives you some power. So We're going to be doing some more of these, but I just wanted to go over that quick. So that is properties. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you are enjoying this series and you want to see more. There'll be more coming. As you can see, we've got more topics to cover, and we have more games to make. So there'll be more on the way whenever I get time to do them. So thanks for watching.